Hey guys! Today I'm going to go over my daytime and nighttime skincare routine and all of the tips that I have accumulated over the years of taking care of my skin. I'm almost 39, so I feel like for most of my 20s I probably didn't know what I was doing as far as skincare. I just kind of used whatever was available. But as I got a little bit, farther into my 20s, in my late 20s, I started really thinking about what I was putting on my skin and how I was taking care of it. Started, just actually using products that were quality and that were right for my skin type and that kind of thing. And then of course, after having a kid, things changed a lot. My skin, I started breaking out. I think it was hormonal, but it really got me more involved in how I care for my skin, what I'm putting on my face, and just the products I'm using and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm excited to share this with you guys. I hope you learned some stuff today. All right, so first I'm going to start by talking about just health and exercise and all that kind of thing. I eat pretty healthily. I'm not perfect, but, I eat a pretty clean diet. I try to avoid a lot of processed foods. I rarely ever eat fast foods. And when I do, I eat at P. Terry's, which is a local, if you're not from Austin, it's a local Austin fast food place, but they have really quality food. So, and like I said, I rarely even eat that. And I try to stay away from fried foods and just, really heavy, oily foods and stuff like that. I try to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of protein and that kind of thing. But I really feel like that has definitely helped my skin, because in my early 20s, I didn't really pay attention to that kind of thing. And I think my skin suffered for sure. So anyway, that's the first thing. I also exercise. I'm not like crazy about it or anything, but I like to go for a run. I think sweating is important and healthy for humans for the most part. And just exercise in general is amazing. And my skin does suffer when I don't exercise as much. So that's definitely, something I like to always point out when somebody asks me about my skin, which people do. They're like, well, what do you do? Your skin's gorgeous, that kind of thing. And I always like to start with the fact that I take good care of myself, because I feel like that's really important to point out, because, there's no miracle skincare products. Like they're really great ones, but if you're not taking care of yourself and taking the proper steps to make sure that you're healthy, you probably will not have as good a result with any skincare. So next, I want to go over all the vitamins and supplements I take currently. First one is the New Chapter multivitamin. It's just a once a day. I started taking this particular brand when I got pregnant with my daughter. I was looking for a really good prenatal multivitamin, and the research showed that this one was one of the best ones. Obviously this isn't the prenatal one, but they have other vitamins. This one is for 40 plus. I'm almost 39. So when I hit like 38, I was like, close enough. I'll just go ahead and start taking the 40 plus. But I took the other one, just the regular Moments multivitamin, and it's awesome. I absolutely love this vitamin. Next, I take hair, skin, and nail support. I get this one at Whole Foods. And I started taking this probably about a year-ish ago. I was growing my hair at that time, and I just wanted to add something else to it. It has biotin, MSM, and just, some other stuff. And it actually it helps my nails, and I feel like it really helps my skin as well. Obviously, it says skin and nail support, so that would make sense. And then I have recently started taking, is this it right here? Yeah. Turmeric extract. My husband turned me onto this. He usually he does like turmeric tea and stuff like that, but he got some capsules, and this helps with any kind of like inflammation and all that kind of thing. So we take it mostly for allergies and that type of thing, but I figure it probably helps for skin as well. That's just my own personal belief. There's scientific evidence I have found to support that, but that's my opinion. So next I'm going to go over how I cleanse my face, which I think is one of the most important parts. I always stress this to my clients when they're asking me about skincare. I always say, First, how do you take your makeup off? Are you really getting all of it off? Because most soaps, unless you're just wearing a very, very minimal foundation, concealer, all that stuff, if you're wearing like virtually nothing, or if it's like a tinted moisturizer or something like that, you probably don't have to worry about this as much. But if you're wearing any type of real makeup on your face, you need to be making sure you're getting it all off. And most soaps do not take it off, to be honest with you. I've experienced this myself. I've taken my eye makeup off with like a makeup remover, and then I'll take my facial cleanser, wash my face really well, splash it with water, and then dry my face, and then I'll go in with my toner or, you know, whatever else I'm putting on, and there's makeup on the sponge, like one of these little guys, and there's like makeup on it. It's like tan makeup. And that really was the first thing that tipped me off, that I needed to be cleansing my face more than what I was doing, just because I would wash my face and there would still be makeup on there. I was like, well, that's not good. So I'll show you my routine for how I take my makeup off. So my first step would be to take off my eye makeup. I typically use like a dual action makeup remover. This one's actually, I'm about to get rid of this when I'm done with it. I'm gonna try the BeautyCounter one, but it's pretty much any kind of like dual action makeup remover. Even if you're not wearing waterproof makeup, I like something a little bit stronger than just your regular makeup remover. So I usually look for something that is going to remove waterproof stuff. I also use waterproof eyeliner, like my my cat eyeliner and or my liquid liner, and my mascara a lot of times are waterproof. So I don't want to have to worry about it, and I don't want to have two different eye makeup remover products. I just want something that's going to work all the time. And the waterproof remover ones will just work on any type of makeup. So usually what I'll do is I'll take one of these little Neutrogena cloths. I will actually be switching these out for the BeautyCounter ones. I really want to try them, but what I'll do is I'll take my makeup remover cloth, and then I'll put some of this on it. So basically we're using the cloth and we're using this because I feel like that works really well. You can also just use like a cotton ball or a cotton pad. I use the cotton pads for a really long time, but I feel like that it's just like an extra thing for me to have to do and an extra thing for me to throw away. So I like to use the little cloths. So I'll just put some of this on there. I'll take my makeup off on my eyes, and then what I do is I just take the whole cloth, makeup remover and all, and just wipe it all over my face really well. I don't like to just, you know, wipe a little bit. I go in circular motions just all over my face and my neck, because I always put makeup down here as well. And I just make sure all of it's gone. Then I go in and wash my face after that. And when I do that, that pretty much ensures that I am getting every tiny speck of makeup off my face, which, as I've said, I feel like is so important and something that's really often neglected. And it can make your face break out and just make your complexion feel dull and just, you know, not look as good. So next, what I'll do is I'll go in with my facial cleanser, and I'm gonna show you guys. I have been washing my face with this for like a month and a half because I ran out of my regular cleanser, and I was like, oh, I'll just use my daughter's Everybody Kid soap. And it's probably not the best thing for my face. Like, it's probably a little bit more drying than it should be, but it's been working actually really well. So next I would go in with my BeautyCounter cleansing balm. You can actually just use this by itself, but as I said, I'm really fastidious about getting all of the makeup off my face, so that's why I mean honestly at this point, since I got the cleansing balm, I'm using 3 different things to remove stuff from my face. But this stuff is awesome because it's really, really moisturizing and it smells amazing. So I would just take a tissue or a cloth or something like that and wipe this off after I've massaged it into my skin. And after that, I will rinse my face again and just towel dry. So next I would go one of 2 ways. So if I was doing a mask, which I do maybe twice a week or something like that, I would go in and do that obviously before I put any moisturizers on my face. I'll show you what I've been using. I've been using the Balancing in Charcoal from BeautyCounter. It's really awesome. I will say that if I do this, I feel like my skin kind of reacts a little bit the next day. I know it's just pulling impurities out, but if you have like an event, I wouldn't recommend doing this the night before. I would do it like maybe 2 or 3 nights before so that your skin has a chance to kind of recover from that. But I love that. You put it on and you leave it for about 10 minutes and then just wash it off and go on with your everyday. I also have a couple of Glossier masks. I have the Mega Green Galaxy Pack, is this guy right here, and then I have the Moisturizing Moon Mask. I like both of these a lot. If my skin's really dry, I'll use the moisturizing one. It's really light and it really just kind of gets in there and adds some extra moisture. This is more detoxifying, so this one I suppose I probably would not use in the same week that I use the Balancing Charcoal Mask, because I think they do the same thing. But I've had these for a while and I absolutely love both of them. So like I said, you could either do your mask if you have a night that you're doing that, or you could just go on with the steps that I'm about to go over with you guys. So first I would take my eye cream, which, as I said, all BeautyCounter, but I'm using the Rejuvenating Eye Cream. I absolutely love this stuff. So I would go in and just put a little bit just around my eye area, pat it in a little bit. And then after eye cream, I would do either one of these. So I've been using the Overnight Resurfacing Peel. They recommend to use this 3 to 4 times a week. So you could do this after a mask or on nights you're not doing a mask or whatever you want to do. But you're supposed to put it on before you put anything else on your face. Obviously, I wouldn't be putting it around my eyes, so you don't have to worry about that. And you're supposed to let it dry, kind of, you know, soak into your skin before you put anything else on. So I would either do this or I would go straight to the oil. If I did the resurfacing peel, I would put that on and then I would just put the oil on after it soaked into my skin a little bit. But this is the Balancing oil. I absolutely love this. And then next, I would go in with my, where is it? Rejuvenating Night Cream. So it's this guy right here. And I just use a little bit and I just rub it in all over my face and make sure I get it all, you know, on my neck and everything like that. I don't put anything around my eyes that isn't the eye cream. Sometimes if I have like really dry skin, I'll put my moisturizer over my eyes as well if I feel like I just need a little extra. And then I've actually been really loving this Honest Beauty Deep Hydration Face Cream. I have pretty dry skin naturally, especially in the wintertime when I have the heat going and it's cold outside. I can have pretty dry, you know, flaky skin, so I have to moisturize a lot. That's one of the things that I feel like has helped me the most about my skincare routine as I've gotten older. And this was actually true in my 20s as well. I was over drying my skin and then I was breaking out more because my skin was dry, and I was actually having acne breakouts because my skin was too dry, when I thought it was because it was too oily, which I feel like is definitely something that a lot of people get twisted around. They think that their, you know, skin is really, really oily when it's really just too dry. So that's something that you should definitely check into. In my opinion, if you're struggling with acne, it's not true for everyone, but that definitely was the truth for me. And it took me a little while to figure it out. And once I figured it out, I was like, oh, I can just moisturize my face and then I don't break out, and it's awesome. So yes, I've been absolutely loving this stuff. It's really pretty intense, but it doesn't feel greasy or anything like that. I've even been wearing it during the day some, just because, like I said, my skin is really dry in the wintertime, and sometimes I just feel like I need a little extra moisturizer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over daytime routine. So obviously I would wash my face. I typically don't use the cleansing balm in the morning just because I don't have makeup on my face. So I'll wash with my Everyone Kid soap and then just towel dry. I will use the eye cream again in the morning. And then I will go in with my Countermatch Adaptive Moisture Lotion. I've been loving this. And then, like I said, I've been using this in the morning as well because I'm really dry. Now in the summertime when it's hotter and, you know, I have the AC going and I'm not, you know, as dry, I probably will not be using that deep hydration cream, but it is nice to have around. Then I would go in with my SPF. This is the Glossier Invisible Shield. It's a daily sunscreen and it has a broad spectrum of SPF 35. I've been using this for probably 3 years now, and it's my favorite SPF for the face that I've ever used. It's really, really light, and it says Invisible Shield, and it really does feel that way. I put it on, and I feel like it absorbs pretty quickly, but it doesn't leave me greasy or anything like that, but it has an SPF of 35, which is one of my beefs with a lot of facial sunscreens, is they're like 15 or 20 or something like that. I feel like I need more than that. So 35 to me is like great. And I absolutely love this stuff. I use it every day, and you know, I'll put it on if I go to the pool or, you know, whatever in the summertime. So that's pretty much it for my daily skincare routine. Obviously I would go in and put my makeup on after that and don't really do anything else. I did want to point out one other thing that I do use a lot is the Stay Outside Gorgeous by MASKCARA. This is a setting spray. So I use this to set my makeup. A lot of times I'll use it underneath my makeup as well as a primer. So I'll spray it on before I put my makeup on, put all my makeup on, and then I'll spray it afterward. But this has an SPF of 30. It's a setting spray with SPF. I'm like, when I heard about this stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I have my SPF of 35 sunscreen. Then I have my SPF of 30 setting spray. So I'm set. I don't have to worry about my face. And this stuff is awesome for the summertime because you can just use it on bare skin. So a lot of times I'll put this on before I go to the pool, and it actually gives a pretty nice glow as well. I feel like that if it's put on bare skin, it's probably just gonna look like normal skin. But if you put it on top of makeup, I feel like it sets your makeup, but it makes it glow like it's natural skin, which is awesome. I'm like a huge fan of this stuff. So in closing, I guess the only thing that I would have to say about skincare is just, you know, everyone's different. So the things that I have in front of me, they would work for most people, but obviously there's going to be some variations depending on what your skin type is and all that kind of stuff. But I really feel like that the biggest things that changed my skin health and just the look and feel of it as I've gotten older and just learned newer and better ways to take care of it is really the health thing. Eating well, exercising, doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but I feel like that those things really affect my skin a lot. Also the just getting all the makeup off your face, I feel like that is super, super important. As I said before, if you're not taking all of your makeup off, it's going to make your skin break out potentially, not always, but it can. And it really just makes your skin very dull. And when you have duller skin, it's just not going to look as pretty. And I'm also a huge advocate of skincare simply because I am a makeup artist. And if a client comes to me and their skin looks amazing, my makeup is going to look even that much more amazing on them. But if their skin is broken out and it's dull and it's not healthy and not taken care of, then I can cover that stuff up, but it's never going to look as good as if their skin looked amazing. And that's true for everybody, not just my clients. That's true for me. I definitely feel like that I feel best about myself when my skin is taken care of and I'm actually really, you know, taking the time to put on my serums and get all my makeup off and, you know, do masks a couple of times a week and that kind of thing. And then SPF to me is obviously very important. I know that that's something that most people think about. But you know, if you're protecting your skin and making sure you're not getting sun damage, your skin's going to look better as you get older. So I'm going to link all of the products that I've mentioned down below. I'll link the vitamins and just pretty much any of the products that I mentioned in this video, I'll link below. And you can always ask me questions, so feel free to comment down and I'll definitely be able to get back to you and provide recommendations. If you live in Austin, you can always just set up a consultation with me if you want to come in and just chit chat over makeup or skincare or any of those things. I'm happy to meet with you about that. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something today about skincare. I know that I definitely have, you know, learned so much over the course of the last probably like 15 years when I actually started thinking about skincare. And it definitely didn't happen overnight for me. It's something that, you know, I've really worked for in pretty much all aspects of my life, because I feel like that as a makeup artist, your face should look good and your makeup needs to look good and your skin needs to look good in order for your makeup to look good. So yes, hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time.